Jai Baba. Today I'm going to be reading 15 poems. The first, a simple dereliction of the heart. There is no consolation to be found. This world is as dry as any desert. Everyone will betray you except the beloved. The wise do not ask for anything. The milk of human kindness is curdled. The cookies of human warmth are rancid. This world provides nothing we really need. It is overflowing with everything we think we want. Yesterday, I saw your face. Trees, clouds, chairs, curtains, all revealed your glory. The birds sang sweetly outside my window. I am reaching beyond myself to find you. I cannot tolerate this almost you any longer. Nothing can satisfy me except your loving embrace. I prostrate myself every waking second before you. Darling beloved, today I am inconsolable. My heart is pacing back and forth. The chambers of my heart cannot contain you. A simple dereliction of the heart. As I read that, I was thinking to myself, so many of these poems have a reference of a window, and I do write almost all of these poems, the ones here in Myrtle Beach, in a chair next to a window. So just wanted you to have that as a background, because I'm sure windows will appear in probably more than one of what I'm reading today. This next one, I don't know how I came up with the title, except that I was remembering that I went to a Catholic prep school, and I was thinking about our sister school. The name of that school was Academy of the Sacred Heart. And I was thinking about what kind of school we as Bible lovers go to. And anyway, I came up with this title, Academy of the Broken Heart. There is no tuition. There are no scholarships. There are no classes. There is no campus. Admissions are open and unrestricted. Candidates do not seek honors, are unafraid of failure. There is no grading system, no GPA. There is no lower or higher, no valedictorian or summa cum laude. There is no coat of arms. There is a motto at the academy. It applies to all who enter here. Give me the heart. Give me the open heart. No surgery is performed here, no procedures, no protocols. There are no ceremonies, no pomp and circumstance. The only requirement is simple and direct. The lover must keep the beloved present at all times. He must never be absent from the beloved. He must remember him in all he says and does. When the heart weeps for the beloved, when the heart is broken and the mind forsaken, the beloved responds to his lover. The song of love invites the beloved's embrace. Somewhere, sometime. Somewhere, sometime, I dreamed I gave something to you. I have forgotten the why, the where, the what. Dreams have their own time, so I can't say the when. I am remembering the disparate elements of my life, those I had forgotten or had left behind. These ghosts are reassembling. I can now give them the burial they deserve. Last night, I glimpsed an ancient dream. Just a figment, it almost passed me by. I do not dwell in that world any longer. There is nothing there for me. I saw for a moment a figure standing near, hands outstretched, reaching out to me. I saw my dream self give something. What I gave, I couldn't remember. Today I spent my waking hours trying to remember what I might have given. Was it of value? Was it important? I was not sure what I had done. Just now, in reverie, I saw it so clearly. You, beloved, asked me for my heart. Your hands reached out to me. I gave you what you asked for without thinking. This next one, I'll say a few words about it after I've read it. It's titled, You Are. You are the remover of affliction. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. Every distress, pain, suffering, all trouble, tribulation, and torment. You are the just accountant. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. You right every wrong. You balance each debit and credit. You are infinitely patient. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. You know the time for each and every one. Your execution is faultless. You are the compassionate judge. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. Every slight and misfortune is adjudicated. Every misery and woe is rectified. You are the merciful giver. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. You forgive every transgression. You are the heart within each heart. You are the bountiful giver. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. Magnanimous you are in all things. Your ocean provides endless nourishment. You are eternally awake. Baba, Meher Baba, beloved Baba, O Baba. You rock the world in the cradle of sleep. You awaken your creation time after time, again and again. So what I did with this poem is I took 7 names from the 101 Names of God, and in the first line I would start "You are the," and then but one of the 101 Names of God. The refrain, Baba, Meher Baba, Beloved Baba, O Baba, is my constant refrain that I take during the day. What tale will be told? We all look to coming attractions. The movie of life plays the big stage. What will we see unfold before our eyes? Will it be romance, intrigue, war, or peace? This world is a theater, an opera, everyone dressed up and ready to sing. The stage lights are on. The curtain has been raised. This show goes on and on. It is the only ticket on this broad earth. Sometimes the orchestra plays out of tune. Sometimes the symphony is sublime. Everyone is baffled by the conductor. What does he actually do? What do his moving hands represent? Why is he silent and his eyes always moving? The conductor hears the music of each one. He knows who is dissonant, who is consonant. He hears the unheard note. He makes the deaf hear and the dumb speak. What tale will be told when you stand on that grand stage? What story will be revealed when you come before him? The scale of the beloved is ever just. He is the compassionate one, whether he stands with his hands on his hips or his arms outstretched. I carry you with me. I carry you with me through the dark and disastrous jungles of my mind. I carry you with me through the turbulent and turgid waters of my restlessness. I carry you with me through the myriad adversities and woes of daily life. You are the light in my darkness. You are the peace of my unquiet. You are my restoration and resurrection. You are my answer to every question. I am reaching beyond myself to find you. I am eliminating myself every moment. I am consuming me and mine and all its kindred. I am leaving this emptiness behind. You are the beginning and end of my story. You are the indelible substance of my life. You are the moving finger of my existence. You are my Lord, Master, and Beloved. How can I ever begin to say what you mean to me? How can my heart ever reveal the divine anguish of my joy. He is waiting for you. Go forth now and open the gate. Do not turn back and look behind you. These pastures you've entered are evergreen. The ghosts of the past cannot touch you or harm you. Do not hesitate and never wander. This path travels straight as an arrow. The beloved waits with open arms. The diamonds you see are his shining eyes. There is nothing below you. The ground you walk on is immaterial, insubstantial. He is waiting for you with open arms. Give no thought to anything but him. If you thirst, thirst for him. If you hunger, hunger for him. He has set before you the gift of all givings. Receive his gift and attain love supreme, divine. I saw my beloved standing at the gate. I watched as that gate swung open. I have been traveling this round planet, searching for where my beloved had gone. I have followed my beloved around the arc of this earth. I have run after him around the circumference of this globe. When I had experienced exhaustion, when the beloved disappeared from view, when I had given up all hope, my beloved embraced me, and I never let go. This next poem I really like, and the one following it. They're just sort of two of a kind. This first one is called the Gulmour Tree. And the Gulmour tree, for those of you that haven't seen it, is a very beautiful tree, particularly when it's in bloom. It's sometimes called the fire tree or the flame tree, and for good reason. And this poem is about a memory from many, many years ago of sitting next to a Gulmour tree in full bloom as a warm spring, summer breeze comes through that tree. And the sound of that took me to a sacred place. And this is a memory of that experience. The Gulmour Tree. The flame of the forest is blooming again. The May breeze is singing in the Gulmour Tree. I have forgotten so much these past years. This memory brings with it such sweet poignancy. I heard someone laughing outside my window. I was repeating your name again and again. This laughter was joyous and intimate, so familiar. Somehow it reminded me of time spent with you. The laughter has ceased. My room is silent. I gaze out the window and see a light-filled landscape. I turn within myself. I see that tree, a flame, a fire. Where was I when I first felt that spring breeze? What happened when it rippled my heart? Those waves are still moving within my chest. This memory is more than I can contain. You are with me, in me, around me. Everything reminds me of you. If one could look within my chest, they would behold that ever-burning tree. And one good thing deserves another. So this next one is sort of that same dispensation. Titled The Evening Breeze. Today the festival of joy celebrates within my heart. Glad tidings arrived with the evening breeze. What has come, manifested without expectation. No announcements or proclamations preceded this arrival. How can I tell you the gift he has given? It has rendered me speechless. It has silenced me. This pen will try its best to record and convey. Know this, God speaks in mysterious ways. There is no residue, not even a trace. The moving finger writes, then moves on. Why bother to even try to express that which the breeze of his breath reveals? This morning, like any other morning, I lingered, waking, repeating your name. I did not ask for anything, just to remain with you a while. Where did this day travel to? How could it so suddenly disappear from view? I fold my hands together. You have filled me with you. I am leaving my senses behind. I am sailing on the evening breeze. Can you hear the ocean's welcoming roar? I am returning home once more. This next poem I wrote on March 8th. I woke up and these two lines were in my head. The first two lines were in my head. And I just had to get out of bed and I wrote the whole thing in one sitting, didn't change a word. It's in three distinct stanzas. Prayer for Ukraine. Let it be said, may it always be remembered, all the mothers and fathers, and their mothers and fathers, and so on, and on, and on, and on. The grandmothers and grandfathers, the children, brothers and sisters, and the stories that brought them to life, and the sun on the fields, and lovely woods, the shade that falls in late afternoon, after the dappling time, and the sweet golden hour afterwards, the sweet honey time, when the light is all one sees, and the bees and birds and every creature is singing their song. And the song is Ukraine, our country, God's country. Love made us what we are. God shaped us and animated us. And now we are all standing together. The world knows nothing about mothers and fathers, and grandmothers and grandfathers. Not only doesn't know, but cares less, whether you are the child of Vitaly or Lena. The world is blind in both eyes. When there is war, the world turns from itself and mutters like the deranged and insane. The world does whatever satisfies itself. It turns against itself and brings darkness. And the bullets and missiles find soft places. And the shrieking and sirens become one unbearable scream of anguish. God the Beloved sees and hears all. There is a story here that has his universal heart at the core. For he is the universal heart. He is the core of every heart. Everything is him. He stands with Ukraine and above Ukraine. He is looking out from within every soul. Raise your hands, Ukraine. Fall upon your knees and raise your hands, Ukraine. Your salvation resides within you. God is forever at your side. The spring eternal. Go now. Do not delay. Return and revisit that sweet sacred place where you first beheld the divine beloved face. That space not constructed of stone, brick, wood, or any matter. Just air, intangible, exalted, ethereal. Go now, while angels' wings envelop and move around you. They dare not go where you go. Go down to the spring eternal. Rest a while with him. It is the night beyond any night. All else is sleeping. He has awakened you. Go now then to where he always resides, where he is waiting. Do not delay. Do you see his arms are open wide? Do you not see his smile, which has no beginning and no end? Go now into the infinity of love divine. Return and revisit. Refresh and renew. The endless day that follows the darkest night is waiting expectantly for you. This next one, Anita titled, we had watched a show, a series, I think it was 10 episodes, 1883, and it was about a wagon train, a bunch of German immigrants traveling to a land they could not know, they'd heard of. They were going to Oregon, so they fought, and begins in Texas, in the plain country. And the hardships that these people went through were unimaginable. They were ill-equipped, ill-prepared for what they would go through. And the people leading them, there was 3 men leading them, were all older, had all been through the Civil War, were all officers in the Civil War, and had seen everything in their time in that war. And this series, I wrote this poem the next day after the last one ended. And so it's sort of an amalgam, because I was thinking of the new life and of what these people went through, and also thinking about some of the people in our community that have passed on. And so it was sort of as I say, it's sort of an amalgam. And Anita titled it Pioneer Spirit. As far as the eye can see, and even further if you close your eyes, like clouds, they appear one after another. These mountains are an unending chain. I have journeyed this unforgiving land. I have traveled this desolate landscape. Without love, this trail is heartbreak. With love, this path is heartache upon heartache. I heard of the valley beyond the last mountain. Someone told me the name is paradise. I keep going, singing my wandering song. Someday I will keep my promise. I have tried to remain cheerful. Those on this path see the smile on my face. Every manner of horror has found me. My heart has been broken to bits. I continue on without hope or desire. Only that promise propels me onward. One I made so very long ago. The only thing I haven't let go. For once I saw you in all your glory, saw nothing but your all-pervading radiant light. You told me how and where to find you. My life's journey has become that unflagging quest. I have traversed that last mountain. I am looking at a golden river in paradise. I can see your sun before me and around me. I am home, beloved. I am home. A little change of pace here. My daughter Mary Dennison sent me this poem a few days ago, and I'm going to read it. And then I'll conclude with two last poems. Things with roots. When I go outside, first thing in the morning, before tea, rose and assam, milk and honey, I hear the bird songs and try to imagine the day of delight and freedom they are planning. I lean against my favorite tree and begin to feel the interconnectedness of all things. Roots are one network, more intelligent than I can know, an ancient form of communication that must go all the way back to the first thing with roots. We are rooted too, through mothers and grandmothers, fathers and grandfathers. We go all the way back to the beginningless beginning. And each day is a new day. Leaves getting ready to bud, or leaves getting ready to fall. Even with all this leaving, my tea is brewing fresh. Each day is a brand new thing I am yet to meet. May this day hold love, so profound it feels timeless. May this day hold bird flight and a sweet shade of trees. May this day be full of kindness and ease and the abundance of insights birthed upon an imagined lush carpet of eons of leaves. This next one, I asked Anita the day I wrote this, Anita, what was that name of the car that, what was the name of the car that Baba had in India? And she said from the next room, I was sitting in my chair where I write my poetry, and I hadn't even thought of this poem, it just came. She said, Perpetual. So the name of this poem is Perpetual. It has nothing to do really with Mayor Baba's car, but it does have to do with perpetual. You, the only one, have many names. Your position is solitary and everlasting. Your role is eternal and never-ending. You are ageless, timeless, deathless. Infinite doesn't begin to describe you. The rainbow of your love and care is perpetual. It is unending, constant, and abiding. Perennially benevolent and imperishable you are. Permanent, immortal, and unchanging are just word shadows of who you really are. Unceasing, unbroken, unfailing is your duty and promise to creation. Enduring is your relationship with all. There is no break in the endless chain of birth and death, preservation and destruction. Planets and galaxies are born of you. Your name gives birth to everything. Your name annihilates the nothing. O divine Lord, O beloved one, you are Meher Baba. We adore your name. This last one is for Danny Rubenstein. We got the news a few hours ago that Danny had slipped away into the arms of his beloved. And I think this is appropriate. The title of this one is God Alone is Real. It is spring, and I am nearly an old man. The grasses are going brown to green. The yellow butterflies attract and divert. My attention so easily wavers and wanders. When I see this riot of new growth, I can't help but remember you, the Creator, Nourisher, and Father. All things begin again with you. Why not this body, these appendages? They have been useful for so many years. I know I am not this husk, this shell. My attachments are becoming impediments. All souls are in the Oversoul. I am much more than the sum of my parts. Until I subtract myself from myself, I remain where I always am. Just now I heard a child laughing. The spring breeze carried its message to me. There is nothing on this earth worth taking seriously. God, and God alone, is real. Jai Baba.